And fundamentally, it's one of those songbook musicals where we kind of, on every moment, waiting, what's he going to sing next, what's he going to sing next? And we all turn to each other and go, oh, I forgot he'd done that one. Do you kind of get the feeling? I mean, it's very upbeat, this show, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It leads people off on a massive high. It's... people have expectations of a rock show because they know they're going to see a rock show, so it's not really staged as it would have been done in the 50s. It's fantastic, it's spectacular, and it does deal with Buddy's death in some way, but yeah, it's got a huge encore.
I was just going to say, it's a big thing for you because you've got to be through it. I mean, there's no getting away with faking it on a bad night, is there really?
No, not at all. No, it is rock and roll, so there is some license that you can take with your voice. You can put a lot of growl in there to cover up when you might be a bit tired because there is 20 songs to sing. And you go straight from one to the other.
Luckily, though, they're all only about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
They are short. I mean, just going down the playlist here, I mean, I don't think he had a song above about 2 minutes 47 is the longest we've got on our playout system. And that's joyous, really, because the last thing you want in any musical is it going on and on and on. And there are some shows like that, 6 minute, 7 minute songs.
Absolutely, yeah. And some of the songs we've even shortened from the originals.
Forgive me if I don't pay much attention to you for the rest of the interview, Roger, but I want to turn to Felicity Chilver now, who plays Maria. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Aren't you delicious? Do you mind me saying? Is that inappropriate?
Absolutely not. It's very nice of you to say.
Well, you're joyous in this, and of course you've got that big belting voice, and you've got a proper part to play. Tell us about your role.
Well, I play Maria Elena Holly, Buddy's young wife, and they met at... she says in interviews that it was love at first sight, and he said that as well, at the recording studio
it was Pier Southern Music, I think, yes. which was the music publishers in New York.
Working for Murray Deutsch, and she'd only been there a couple of weeks on the reception desk when she met Buddy Holly, and he swept her off her feet, and they got married after... 5 hours of knowing each other, he proposed.
Is it a bit boring falling in love every night? Be honest.
No, not at all. No, it's nice.
What's it like being you? Because, I mean, you're the ultimate West End star, really, aren't you? You've got everything. You're my dream woman. And by the way, if you're ever into the larger man with not much downstairs, I am the man for the job. You've got the big voice, you've got the looks, you can dance, you can sing. I mean, that all-rounder stuff is totally unique, really, to the West End, and there aren't many like you. Were you born doing what you do?
Well, yes.
Roger, would you mind going and getting a coffee? I'll be back to you later. Is that right?
My mum's a dancing teacher, so I've grown up. The first thing I was on the stage as a toddler, really, and I've just grown up doing it, really, and then got more into musical theatre as I got on, and. Yeah, well, I'd love to be in the West End.
And some of the shows you've been in?
Well, this is my third tour now. I did Singing in the Rain, which came to Bradford a couple of years ago, and I've just finished Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Now tell me about that show. I always find it a bit rubbish. It's all blow-up sheep, isn't it? I've never understood
the sheep are the best part. I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favourite shows, and I saw it at the Palladium when I was...
Were you the narrator?
I was the alternate narrator.
Oh, right.
So
that's the right part.
Yeah, I got to go on twice a week, which was really good. Because obviously that was 12 shows a week.
Who was your Joseph?
I started off with Craig Chalmers, who I think came to Bradford, and then we had Keith Jack towards the end.
Oh, never heard of him. What does he do?
He came second on the Any Dream Will Do
program.
Oh,
I know, the thin lad with the floppy hair.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, and tell me about your life, Roger.
My life?
Yes, start at the beginning.
This is my first professional job, I suppose, since graduating from drama school. I went to GSA for 3 years, from 2007. I did a musical theatre course, but I don't know. I would say I'm probably more of a guitar player than I am a dancer.
It doesn't matter, and that's the thing about it, and the greatest compliment I can pay you is the fact that you can't fake these songs, and they need to be belted out. And you do that so beautifully. It's also, I would imagine, a performer's dream to be in this type of show, because many musicals are just kind of, everybody gets equal kind of play. On this, I mean, you are it, really. We're coming to see Buddy, and you've got to deliver. Is that both intimidating and exciting at the same time?
Absolutely, yeah. Every night, when you stood in the wings, you know that, a small mistake can break the belief that you're building up in the character all the way through, and you've got a responsibility to a real person, and to there's plenty of people still alive who have a big stake in the show, even who knew Buddy.
Maria Elena, in fact.
Indeed, and audience members who may well have even seen him. We get
How important was he? Have you researched the man himself? Because when I look back at what he really did forge a path for his style of music. Some people say a lot of his songs sound the same, but in his day he was unique, and you can see so many who came after him who virtually copied him.
He was a pioneer, absolute pioneer. The way he played guitar was quite quite basic for the time. He kind of specialised in rhythm lead, which was like, it's all about tacking the guitar and downstrokes on the strings, and you know, in his world of country music, that was, you know, quite refreshing, and it mixed a lot of styles together. Yeah.
So where do we go from here then? You're on tour now for how long?
Until, well, at the moment, until October the 22nd, but hopefully we're going to get we're hoping for a few more dates, which would be nice.
Oh, I know it's a lot of hard work though, 8 shows a week, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've done 12 shows a week last year, so this is a total. Yeah, Joseph was 12 shows, so.
And that, I mean, again, in terms of the singing, but be real a minute, we don't want to offend Sir Andrew Lord, what is he, Lord Sugar, Lord Weather, I don't know what he is these days. But I mean, musically, this is leagues ahead, isn't it? I mean, these are proper songs, proper rock songs that you can...
Yeah, I mean, obviously Joseph's got like a lot of different styles involved in it, and this is pure rock. But I think with this, what's so great about it is the fact that it's real people, and, you know, Maria Elena is still alive and sometimes comes to watch the show, and it's just real, and that's what's
sometimes
so great about
up
it.
for a chat.
And I don't blame it, and that's the thing, you've got a responsibility to deliver what's there. What's great about your show is the band, and not taking anything away from you guys, but without you being there, it'd still be a show worth seeing. And of course that's so important, because these aren't, again, musical numbers that are just flowery. These are proper songs, and we need to hear them like we did in the day.
Absolutely, they're a real band. The guys on stage, they're you know, they're a band backstage as well.
How sexy is that on a scale of 1 to 10? Because this is my dream. I don't know if... I mean, you look at me, and I know you're thinking Robbie Williams. You're not thinking Robbie Williams, Felicity? But really, I mean, for any performer to stand there with all that behind you must be an incredible thrill.
It is, and you feel very supported, and you know you've got 22 eyes on the back of your head, and, you know...
Have you ever got to the point where you go, Peggy, now what was her second name? Peggy Lee. No, not Peggy Lee. Does that ever happen?
Well, no, there's an interesting little bit in the script where they go into the origins of the Peggy Sue song. It was originally called Cindy Lou, and you know, you sing the song the first time round as Cindy Lou, and every night I'm thinking, do not sing the Peggy Sue lyric before we've got to change it to Peggy Sue.
You know, when you start having those conversations in your head, for example, on this programme, there's many swear words that I don't want to use.
Yeah.
And the more I tell myself don't say them, the more likely they are to come out.
Absolutely. Me and Flick were sat in the corridor there, and I was just going through all the things I'm not allowed to say. Oh, there's plenty. They're right here, right behind my lips.
Do them on the last programme, if you wouldn't mind. Hey, listen, guys, really lovely seeing you. Thank you so much for coming in, and good luck with this show. It is the feel-good show that's around at the moment, quite frankly. My God, do we need it these days. You can't fail to be uplifted. If you like this genre of music, you're going to love it. And these two stars are just phenomenal. Roger Rowley plays Buddy Holly, and Felicity Chilver, my future wife. Is that possible, by the way?
Oh, I think I've got somebody back home that might...
Who cares?
Might be
Would you ever consider be seen in public with somebody as large and ginger as me?
Absolutely.
Really? Yeah. This wouldn't be a problem. Is that just for kind of showbiz reasons, that you just want to look, you know, a bit different?
No, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with
really?
a redhead.
Good luck. Yeah, well, you know what they say: rusty roof, damp basements. Hey, listen, the Buddy Holly story is currently performed at the Alhambra Theatre. Go and see it. It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.